morning, my name is Katrina. I'm a freelance graphic designer and this is like the third time I've tried to film this because every time I do, they start sawing something. My neighbors have been renovating for I don't know how long, forever at this point. So if I get interrupted by a saw, it's gonna happen. So I've just been sitting here working on two computers. This is my work computer for a freelance client because they have some stuff that can't be taken out of their system. So I'm trying to open, I did some presentation slides this morning and I worked on what I'm working on now last week. It's a poster. I made it in Figma and then I was told after that it needs to be done in PowerPoint so that other people without Figma access can edit it. So I'm hoping it won't take me too long to work on. What was I gonna say? I have all the components for it, so I just need to add some text, copy and paste, that type of thing. A lot of little file things going on, and yeah, this will probably be a few days in my life. I am leaving to go to my family reunion on Thursday. I think I'm gonna be filming 3 days this week. Today I'm gonna be focusing on all my client work. I have an invitation that I'm working on for my sister as well. Tomorrow I have a bunch of errands and a few appointments. Anyways, that's for the future. Right now I'm gonna get back to work and we'll talk later, hopefully when they're done construction, if that ever happens. Hank has to come join. So I am back from my walk with this guy and I went to the grocery store, got some food for dinner, ate it, and now I'm sitting down to work on that figure I was mentioning before. Look how cute he is. So yeah, I'm gonna work on the figure and then work on that invitation I was talking about earlier for my sister and then go to bed. I have a hair appointment tomorrow at 11. So I want to get these done and sent in before tomorrow just so they're there and ready and I can do any changes in the morning before my hair appointment. You're acting like you haven't had attention all day. But yeah, that's the plan for the night. I'm just gonna sit here and work and then go to bed. I'm sorry I can't pet you. I would love to, but I have to work. One of us has to work around here. Oh, come on, focus. Okay, good morning. I'm just heading to the hairdresser. Here's a little before. It's basically very grown out and I also need to wash it, but we'll talk to you later. I was trying to film something a second ago and I got a phone call. Today has just been one of those days that everything seems to be taking twice as long as I think it will. My hair appointment was almost 2 hours when I thought it would be 1. I have like thicker hair, so I usually I have to book an appointment that's a bit longer and pay more pretty much at every hairdresser I've gone to. But yeah, it was even longer than that. But she did a really good job. I really like it. It's nothing too crazy. I just get it thinned out and it's a bit more layered for the summer. And I didn't want to go with the full bangs because in summer, as soon as you get sweaty or if you go swimming and you don't have a hairdryer to fix your hair, it is a disaster. So I am just about to, I finished all my work today. ate dinner, and I'm just about to take this guy for a walk because I'm about to do something very exciting. I was in the middle of explaining it when I tried to film a second ago, but it was about a month ago. I went to look at a studio near me. I thought that this place was full, so I was really excited when they had a few open. So I was looking at doing it by myself or sharing with a friend, and my friend looked at it last week and she was down for it, so we're gonna go ahead and rent out a studio. So I'm gonna go, I was supposed to go with her, but she has to stay later at work, so I'm gonna go and maybe FaceTime her, but we're gonna go and just choose which one we want and just look at it one more time. And yeah, I'm super excited. I am a bit nervous after, I'm not nervous, that's not the right word. I think part of the reason why I was upset about losing a client was I was a bit like, but what about my studio? Am I going to be able to do that? And yeah, I feel like I'm using it as an excuse not to do it, but I have savings. My rent is like under $1,000 a month, and this one would be about 300, so that's still way less than the average rent in Vancouver. If I wanted to find another place, I did consider like finding a bigger place, but it's not worth it. Like, I could not find anything in that price range in the area I would like to be. I'd have to move like way out. Even then, it's still pretty expensive. But yeah, so I'm going to look at that studio. I really just want a place to have all my stuff that I can make a mess and close a door and not have to see it. Like, I love this apartment, but one of the problems is if I do any kind of like creative work or anything like that, any kind of art, then I just have to leave it there or like tidy it away after. So yeah, and for my card stuff, like I'm in that tiny little office room, which is really a closet. And yeah, so that was part of the reason. It's just been something I've been thinking about for a while, and this place came up and I wanted to pay under $400. I wanted it to be within walking distance. It is a bit far, but I can still walk there. It's dog friendly, which was a big thing for me, and yeah, I think it's time. I don't think I should be spending so much time in one place. For the pandemic, it was one thing, but yeah, since I work from home and do so much from home, I think I should probably have a second place that I can walk to and leave the house a bit more. So I'm gonna go look at that again. I think we signed the lease and everything online, but we just wanted to go back one more time together, which isn't gonna happen, just to choose out which one we wanted. And yeah, I don't think we had any more questions or anything like that, but yeah. So that's my exciting news. I'm very excited. Even before I lost that freelance client, I was just like, felt like I needed a change. So this was kind of one of my ideas to get change, because it's something I've thought about for a long time. And yeah, I do have that like cheap part of me that's like, that money, that $300 a month should be going to your RRSP or your savings account. But I think that having the space will eventually make me more money, I'm hoping, and just make me happier and give me, I don't know, I'm not super focused on the money thing. I would like to focus on my Etsy shop again, and I would use that space for that, but I think just it would make me a lot happier to have a second place to go to and just have a place where I can go and make things, close the door, walk away, because I'm a bit of a, I wouldn't say clean freak, but I can't just like live my life in this tiny space with stuff everywhere. So that is my exciting news. I'm gonna take this guy for a walk, and then we're gonna head down to the studio and do the tour. I'm kind of bummed that my friend can't come, but okay, so I'm back, and the one we wanted was still available, and I asked a couple more questions, and so we're good. So all we have to do is fill out some paperwork online. What was that noise? Fill out some paperwork online that's all digital. They can email that stuff to us, and we're gonna move in either next Wednesday or next Thursday, which seems really soon, but it is something that we've been like looking at and talking about for a month at this place. So yeah, I'm super excited. The one we wanted was still available. It just has a little bit more natural light, as well as the floor, half of it's linoleum and half is carpeted. And my friend she does like fabric dyeing and stuff, so she wanted to not destroy the carpet, even though the person was like, it's fine, like the carpets aren't nice. I think she just feels better knowing that she can't like completely destroy it. So we have the one we wanted. We move in next week. The plan for the rest of the day for me is to go sit outside, try to cool down a bit, and work on that invite I was talking about. Busy week, exciting week, and I'm so happy that I'm gonna have a studio, that the one we wanted is available, and I need to go sit outside because it is way too warm in here. Morning. As soon as I start talking, I bet the construction workers are going to start sawing something, but I have just been, what have I even been doing? I haven't been up for that long, but I've just been doing a couple edits here, getting ready, took Hank out, ate, and now I'm gonna go run a few errands. And I think I might stop to get a pedicure too, because my feet shouldn't be seeing the light of day, and now that there's finally nice weather, I feel like I should probably do something about it. So I'm gonna stop and get a pedicure, and while I'm there I'm gonna look over the agreement I have to sign for the place, come back here and sign it, and then I have to edit. I also have a package to drop off and a few things to do. I need to move my car, and yeah, just doing a few errands, and I want to do that editing for tomorrow, and I have to make some notepads for Etsy order. I was supposed to go to a yoga class with my friends, but I think I'm gonna have to cancel. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to do everything I need to do before tomorrow. I hate canceling last minute, but I just don't think it's gonna be enjoyable because I'm gonna have more stress going to that than just staying home and getting what I need to do done. So yeah, that's the plan for today. I'm going to head out, and then we'll come back and sit here and edit for the rest of time. Why? Why are you blurring like that? Okay, I'm trying to use my tripod. I'm back. It is so hot out there, and I had to walk up like 2 hills. I dropped off my package, got my pedicure. I was reading over the policy for the studio when I was getting pedicure, because I was like, if I go here, I'll do that, be productive, I won't get distracted by work. I had a couple questions with it that I emailed back. One of them was, the first thing I asked when I viewed it a month ago was, can I bring my dog there? Yeah, the person was like, yeah, that's fine. And then I got the contract, and there's a big thing that says no pets unless you have written permission. So I emailed back and I was like, do I have written permission to bring my dog in? I'm hoping it's just like a general clause. They don't want you to have like a bunch of snakes or something ridiculous in there. So I'm hoping they reply and say it's okay, because that honestly might be a deal breaker for me. I don't want to leave my house and go on a walk a couple times a day and leave Hank at home. So yeah, hoping they come back and say that's okay. There's also something about guests saying they're never allowed, and then it says if you bring a guest, you're responsible for them. And I was like, I'm not gonna bring a guest every day, but like I would like to be able to have like friends in there occasionally to like help with something maybe, or yeah. It seemed a bit aggressive, so I was just double checking on that. I just like to ask questions and know. Hopefully they email back and say that Hank is allowed, or I'm gonna cry, because yeah, this might have just been a huge waste of time. So yeah, that's what's happening. There's still there's still construction happening. I'm going to make myself something to eat. Yeah, we'll talk later. Okay, so I am trying to use my, what's it called? Tripod? So we're trying a new angle here. I thought I had no notepads and I was gonna have to make some, but it turns out I have a whole bunch and some of the ones I need. So I'm just gonna go through and grab 2 of these. I haven't had a notepad sale in a minute, so I was really surprised when I got 2 yesterday, and I was like, oh, perfect, now I need to make a bunch of notepads before I go, but it turns out I have some, so I'm quite thankful for that. I'm just gonna grab a few. This would be something that having a studio would be really great for. Obviously, like making this kind of thing, pulling out my giant cutter is such a pain in the butt, so yeah, I'm gonna grab these. We're gonna get them packaged. I have a couple other Etsy orders, but I'm gonna go grab sushi in a minute. So hello, it is much later. I feel like I have just been doing so much stuff getting ready to leave, and I did sign the lease for the studio and got all the forms filled out for that, so I am very excited. The dog thing, I messaged him back and was like, it says there's no pets allowed without like written consent. I talked about bringing my dog in the first time I viewed the place. He said it was okay. Can I get written consent? And they were like, yep, here's your written consent. So Hank is allowed. And there was something else weird about it, like not bringing people in. And I was like, can I like not bring in a friend or like a client? And they're like, no, that's okay. You just can't like give your keys to other people and have other people walk in, which is great. All great news. Yeah, excited. I'm so excited. We are moving in exactly a week, so I'm basically gonna go away, come back, have like a day to get all my stuff ready for the studio, which I am so excited to do. I was looking for something in my closet and I was just like, this is insane, Katrina. You're a hoarder. I need a studio. It's ridiculous in here. But yeah, I'm excited. I am excited to go away, and I am extra excited to go away and not have my laptop because I need to drop it off at the Apple store tomorrow. I have an appointment at 11 a.m. and yeah, I think it's a RAM issue. Last time I was there because my screen broke, I had one of those slider things, like one of those like camera covers, and my laptop was closed with a bunch of books in a bag, and I guess the books like pushed against it and cracked my screen, like to the point that it didn't turn on, it was nothing, so I could only use it if it was plugged into a monitor. So when I got that fixed, they were like, your RAM like isn't great, are you having issues? And I was like, no, even though I kind of was, I just didn't want to drop another $1,000. But I found before that it was having some issues when I was working for a particular client that I would have really big files for, and then it was kind of okay, and then recently it's just been turning off all the time. So it is time. Hopefully I can make this laptop last a bit longer. It's 4 years old. I got it in 2020. My last MacBook lasted 8 years, but I did have to do a bunch of updates to it. But I'm not easy on laptops. Like, I use a lot of programs that are pretty hard on computers, like use a lot of RAM and memory. I do have like a terabyte of memory, so I should be okay for that, but I have pretty much filled it up before. Yeah, anyways, I am rambling. It is time for me to go to bed. I'm going to back up my computer. I have my backup thing right there, and hit the hay. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.